What's going on, MSFers? Duelim here, back here with another video, and today we're going to be talking about BATTLEWORLD. That's right. We've done 1 week of BATTLEWORLD, and you see we're in Zone 1 of week number 2, so we're doing difficulty 3 right now. And to start off, BATTLEWORLD is just extremely easy, which is what we expected. I'm really hoping that once we get to the new difficulty, it actually becomes engaging. I think the problem is just going to get to a point where the Astral node is just hard, and you can't do it with Pegasus even at like 3.5 million, which is kind of boring. But I'm hoping the nodes actually get harder, which is great. But I have a decent amount of suggestions to make BATTLEWORLD better. So the first suggestion is, yeah, we need a save squads tab for this, because right now we have just regular roster, which this has always been here. We have Blitz, Tower, when is that going to come back around? Raids, Arena, War, and Cosmic Crucible. We absolutely need a BATTLEWORLD tab here. So we don't even have to worry about like repicking our teams and trying to remember what worked well last time. This would also give us as content creators a lot of uses to be able to put save squads here, to have the best teams based on what you are putting in Spec Ops. But I think that needs to be a thing very, very badly, because it's just frustrating not being able to save your team and having to repick, and then you have Spec Ops, and then it's just like, it's frustrating. The next thing is regarding Spec Ops. And you see we have all completed here, but what they need for Spec Ops is they need little indicators like War has when you want your alliance to attack a certain room in War. We need that for Spec Ops. And it would be nice if we had like a priority tier list as well, like maybe a 1 through 8, and because obviously these are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But if we could like number them, or at least put them in order of importance for our alliance, like, hey, look at this one first. Go from here. If you can't do this one, go backwards, whatever it is. But I feel like that would be helpful instead of all this spreadsheet BS that people are doing. And, oh, you got to look at your spreadsheet. Oops, I attacked before I did my Spec Ops. All this stuff. Like, I think it's just really stupid, honestly. This game should be about playing the game and not making a spreadsheet outside of the game. But that's just me. Call me crazy, I guess, right? And then to keep it on the topic with Spec Ops, we need a filter that either has all Spec Ops characters or non-Spec Ops characters. And what I mean by that is when you go here, and let's see, let's go to roster, let's go to edit. We need a tag that says, let's see, we need a trait that says Spec Ops and non-Spec Ops. Because it's really annoying when you're waiting to do your Spec Ops drops because you're waiting to make sure no one has missed a spot or anything like that. And you're trying to look through all 8 Spec Ops missions to make sure that you're not going to use a character that might be required because you need a G17X23 or you need a random, Agatha Harkness or Moondragon. So it'd be nice if we had a non-Spec Ops filter to be able to just blow through it on the non-Spec Ops filter. And then at the end, at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, right before reset, we could go in and place our 10 characters or 12 characters now, which actually segues me very well into my next point. And that is making Spec Ops more forgiving, which, to their credit, they actually did. And I give them a lot of credit for this, because this used to be 10 out of 10. So Spec Ops originally, for the first week, needed 240 characters total. 10 characters per alliance mate. 224 times 10 is 240. So everybody had to be absolutely perfect. So now we have 48, I guess, gimmies and freebies for Spec Ops. So we have 48 extra characters because everybody can place up to 12 now. So that can help a lot with being able to be a little bit less forgiving and not having to make those spreadsheets, having some extra characters. The Krakens can carry a little bit more in your alliance that might be closer to free to play, whatever it might be. So that is really, really nice. We can have people, placing that 1 diamond Iron Man zombie, the big time Spider-Man, the Nova, the Nimrods, the Sentinels, all the newer characters that people don't have. You can have the heavy hitters put more of those characters in, so that helps out a lot, and it gives it a little bit more of a forgiving nature. And then next up for Spec Ops specifically. So you can obviously go in here to see who's placed what, right? That's great. But why don't we have just a participation tracker that can have, you know, my name, 6 out of 12. Juicy, 4 out of 12. ZKG, 12 out of 12. Tower of Darkness, 5 out of 12. And it shows you how many of those characters people have put. And then at least alliance leaders can go, okay, this person has 7 more characters. I can go online, look at their roster and go, all right, cool. I want this, 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 and this placed. And I can tell them that. But there's no participation here. So I don't even know who to ping on Discord in case somebody has forgotten to do their Spec Ops, unless I look through here and go, okay, I see Eddie, I see Tower of Darkness, I see Anti-Valor, so they've done their placements. Okay, I got to go here. All right, I haven't seen me yet. Have I not placed yet? And it's just frustrating and unintuitive. You have no way of knowing who's placed and who hasn't, and that's just stupid, honestly. So there should be a participation tracker without a doubt. That would make that extremely, extremely helpful. I obviously know we have the participation tracker back here for people who have actually done their nodes. Where is it? Where are we? Rewards, there we go, here. But the problem is this is also, shout out to ZKG for not doing this yet. But the problem with this is this is additive, so I'm not going to remember how many points we got day 1, so I won't know if somebody did day 2. But I wish this was like different every day, or it showed day 1 participation, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. That would be kind of cool. That would be pretty helpful. I would really like that. Another thing that would be really interesting and really helpful is to take the stress out of Spec Ops and like maybe like an hour, 2 hours, maybe even 6 hours before Spec Ops starts for the day or the next day, we could place all of our Spec Ops characters and start strategizing that. So we have a little bit longer to be able to do it, and it just makes it a little bit easier. So for those people who are around to be able to do that, they can have all of their Spec Ops done before they even load in, and they don't even have to worry about anything. That could really reduce a lot of the confusion, so everybody can see, hey, we've got 6 hours to plan Spec Ops, or even if it's the full 24 hours of the day before. We go, all right, cool. Everybody's in for Spec Ops already. We don't have to worry about Spec Ops for the first zone now. All we have to do is do the nodes, and while we're doing the nodes for Zone 1, we can work on Spec Ops for Zone 2. So the Spec Ops can be a whole 24 hours ahead of time, and you could keep working on the Spec Ops a day ahead, and then you can work on the nodes the day of. So it kind of splits it up and makes it a little bit easier. So you have more time to strategize, and it'll be a little bit more forgiving that way as well. So I'd really, really, really like that. And then last up is going to be the actual nodes. I'm really hoping the nodes just get more fun. But I hope they also change pretty often. Now, the issue I see with this is the issue I see with this is the tags that they used for these rooms are already so broad. So I don't think that they're really going to change these nodes often. What I hope they do is they keep the tags the exact same, but what they do is they change the actual enemies on the node. The problem is that's a lot of work, and I doubt that they're going to do that until we have another iteration of BattleWorld that doesn't involve null. Because I'm presuming what they're going to do is this one's called the Abyss, so they're going to change it up. The boss is going to change whatever it is after a certain amount of time. I don't know how long that time frame is. They haven't told us anything. But as of right now, it's going to take, what, 20 weeks to get null? So that's what, like 4 months, 5 months to get null, because you're getting 10 shards a week, but the first 2 weeks is like 3 and 5 or whatever. So I really hope that they change this often, because this could get stale really quickly, because right now the only team we don't have that needs to be used is Astral. And once we have Astral free to play, this game mode is just kind of here. There's no like artificial gates. There's no new team coming that's going to make this easier. This is kind of unfortunate. It's going to turn into like spotlight raids, right? And it's going to be, oh, well, we don't have Alpha Flight for the first couple weeks, but once we do, you sim it. And you've done nothing but sim it for the past 3-4 months now. So I'm really hoping BattleWorld does not turn into that, and I hope difficulty 5 is very, very hard. And if difficulty 5 is not hard, they work on a difficulty 6. and 7 and maybe even a difficulty 8 that could be way harder. Like, I want a difficulty that we cannot beat currently until like a level cap increase comes, and then we have an opportunity to be able to beat it. Because Scopely is notorious for not being able to create hard enough content because they don't know what we're capable of figuring out, because I'm assuming what they do for playtesting is they just sim it, and when it doesn't sim super often, they're like, yep, this is hard enough, awesome. So, I don't know. I think that's stupid. I think there should be 30 difficulties for this, and we should get as high as we want to go, and we should be able to min-max it as much as we want, and then as level cap increases come, gear tier increases come, they don't have to create new content to make it more engaging. The content's already there. Just give us that difficulty slider. But that's going to be it for this one. Until next time, this has been Duel 'em. Later, MSFers.